We've heard a lot about the rape case in Ohio. 2 teen football players in that town are charged with rape. It's played out on social media. John Ziegler lived in Steubenville for almost a year. He wrote a book for a high school football team called The Dynasty at the Crossroads, and he has some information. So, John, I'm going to let you lay it out. What has the media gotten wrong?
I'm not sure you even have time for that, Dr. Drew. Basically what has happened here, and just for the record, I was a former TV sportscaster at the NBC affiliate in Steubenville, then spent an entire year with this team and with this coach, wrote a book about it. And I've also been working on a documentary film. I'm a filmmaker now about what I believe to be the false narrative that happened in the Penn State Jerry Sandusky case. So I'm watching this really recreate itself with the media fixation on an alleged football cover-up in Steubenville. I know the coach very well. I called him up, and for about a month I've been in constant contact with him, trying to advise him on how to handle the media here and also to find out what happened. So last week I went to Steubenville for 3.5 days, and I actually spoke to people. And I found out a lot. And there are 3 basic things here that people need to understand. Number 1, guilt in this case is far from certain. Number 2, there was no cover-up. In fact, the basic facts, much like the Penn State case, don't even come close to allowing someone to conclude that there was a cover-up. And number 3, all of this information on social media that has come from this anonymous internet hacking group has been bogus, fraudulent, slanderous, libelous. They have committed at least 9 felonies, according to one Ohio prosecutor. They're hiding behind masks. They're not saying who they are. They are frauds. Almost everything they have said has been false. They have ginned up an enormous amount of false media coverage, and a false narrative has been created to destroy a town. And there are many innocent victims here, Dr. Drew, and the truth is one of those innocent victims in my view.
How about the girl, John? She a victim in your eyes?
Very possibly the girl is a victim, and whatever happened there was horrible, but let's let the criminal justice system work its way out. We will find out what happened here. And by the way, if you read the probable cause transcript, Jillian, then you will find out that this case is far from open and shut.
Listen, you lost me when you said you were sympathetic towards Jerry Sandusky.
Well, you don't know the facts of that case.
I will entertain you for 1 second.
Thank you.
Do you think you're a little too close to these guys, and that's what's, you know, you got close, you're a sports guy, you want to be an athlete, you kind of got that, you know, and so you live vicariously through them, and you got to know them, and now you're writing nice things as opposed to...
No, actually, I'll tell you something. This coach and I have locked horns on numerous occasions. This coach, Reno Sakash, who is one of the most successful coaches in all of high school football, he has made my life miserable on numerous occasions, but I know him, and I know this town, and I know this program, and I can assure you the facts do not back up a cover-up. He has been incredibly straightforward and honest with me from day one in this whole thing. The media has gotten it wrong in Steubenville, and innocent people are having their lives and reputations destroyed for no reason.
Well, here's my concern. I want everyone to watch the video of a teen boy who appears to be mocking the rape. This video is really what got my attention. We are not the criminal justice system, so I have carefully navigated away from the case itself. The fact that a girl who was acting out sexually, who may have been using substances, was not protected by that community and is being mocked in this video, that's what got to me. The boy on the tape was not, that we just showed a few minutes ago, was not at the party in question, did not even see the intoxicated girl. My question is, so what? I don't care if you saw her or not. What do you say?
Well, first of all, I have empathy for the victim here, and I also have empathy for those who are disgusted by that video. That boy's own attorney was disgusted by that video, but it's important that we understand what that video is. That video is apparently a drunken, induced, bizarre fantasy bragging that has nothing to do with what actually transpired. News media have taken that tape and have tried to pretend that we can use that for evidentiary value to determine what transpired here. It's irrelevant from an evidentiary standpoint.
Mr. Ziegler,
I'm going to ask my guest. I'm going to ask my guest, please not to speak on each other. For our viewers at home, we have. Excuse me, Michelle, Dr. Garland. We have delays in these various videos. There are many of us here, and you'll see us seem to be interrupting each other. It's so we can kind of get a rhythm going here and hear each other. I apologize to viewers at home. Mark, go, and then Dr. Garland.
Thank you.
I gotta defend John. John's making some very valid points. No question that the conduct on that videotape is abhorrent, is irresponsible. But what's happened is that has grossly prejudiced those defendants in the criminal case who had nothing to do with that video. And it's very difficult for people to keep that separate, particularly because the media, who I love, is showing it over and over in the context of discussions about the criminal case. It's fundamentally unfair.
Dr. Garland.
First thing that I want to say is to Mr. Ziegler, and I have to say, you better be very careful and not let your ego guide your sense of belief that you would have some special power for them to be truthful to you.
Because I've actually spoken to the people involved in the case.
Okay, wait. Can I actually speak? And I find it very funny that you think that the most successful coach and the book that you have titled The Dynasty would not have something to lose. I think you need to wake up.
Why don't you look at the facts? You don't know the facts. You haven't talked to any of the people in this case. I have been there. I've lived there. I've spoken to the people.
Everybody's got to play nice. Play nice, play nice,
guys.
I
have to say, but there's a special prosecutor. They're going to trial. Do you think that you must be like a superhero?
Which is why there's no cover-up. Which is why we know there's no cover-up.
Okay, guys.